We live in uncertain times. However, there is one thing you can be certain of: the men and women of the United States Postal Service. We're here to deliver cards and packages from loved ones, and also deliver the peace of mind of knowing that essentials like prescriptions are on their way. Every day, all across America, we deliver for you, and we always will.
Trump's attack on the U.S. postal system is now a national emergency. What in the... First TikTok, now this.
The president on Friday announcing that the administration may ban the video sharing app TikTok.
What is he doing? Is he the president of the United States or the preacher from Footloose?
Okay, so now we gotta discuss this. I had no idea where to start, so asked our followers for some suggestion topics. Oh wow, they actually mailed them to us? That's poetic. Okay, let's see what this first one says. Dear Casey, I have nothing against the Postal Service. I'm just concerned about how much of my tax dollars are going toward this service. Wouldn't it be easier to just let FedEx or Amazon take over? All right, well, great question. First off, the post office actually doesn't take any of your tax dollars. Let me say that one more time, louder for the people in the back. The post office doesn't take any of your tax dollars. They were designed to be completely reliant and generate their own revenue through things like postal sales, like this stamp that you had to buy to send me this letter, and other services, which is a perfect segue into the second part of your question. Couldn't FedEx or Amazon take over? Well, first off, Amazon is heavily reliant on the Postal Service. That's how they get their products to you. I'll come back to FedEx in a minute. Brief history lesson. The U.S. postal system was founded in 1775. In 1971, we founded a new service called USPS. Why the change? Well, in 1970, there was a national strike called the Revolt of the Good Guys, which had U.S. postal workers across the nation protesting against years of stagnant wages and mistreatment.
First time ever, letter carriers went on strike, and mail service in and out of New York was suspended.
We want to work, but this is the only means we have of letting Congress know that we cannot take it any longer. Either they give us what we should have, or we will stay out on strike until hell freezes over.
At that time, a carrier's salary started at $6,176. And then after 20 years, it reached $8,442. Even at its peak, it was below the poverty line, and even worse, you wouldn't qualify for welfare benefits. So finally, the Post Office Department became the United States Postal Service in exchange for higher wages and union bargaining rights. It's important to note that USPS is government-owned, not government-funded, which means, once again, it's meant to generate its own revenue. Oh, this is a big one. Okay, let's see. Okay. Hey, Casey. So it feels like maintaining the Postal Service was a bipartisan affair until recently. What happened to make Republicans change their minds? Well, much like many agencies and companies, the USPS was hit really hard during the pandemic. A $13 billion bailout was bipartisanly approved until the White House came in and nixed that proposal.
The Postal Service is a joke. If they don't raise the price, I'm not signing anything.
So let's talk about the alternative, privatization. There are other options like UPS or FedEx, so why do we need the USPS? Well, for one, availability. The United States Postal Service delivers to every spot of this country. They even deliver to the Grand Canyon by mule. Don't believe me? Okay, look it up.
Are you the mailman?
One of them, but I'm just bringing in pallets today. The mailman's coming behind me.
Oh, okay.
Always have a good trip home, huh?
You too.
The USPS processes and delivers 472.1 million pieces of mail each day. And isn't there a semi-important election coming up? Let me make this simple. Less money means less workers and less labor hours, which means counting each ballot will take longer. With vote by mail becoming such a prominent and safe way to make your voice heard this election, we really run the risk of miscalculating and misrepresenting the people. Oh, it looks like we have one more question. All right. What's up, Casey? Love the Blackboard Collective. How sweet. I've been really concerned about the workers of USPS. how many could potentially lose their jobs and risk unemployment? It's a great question. Well, the current number of postal employees is still standing at over 500,000 strong. So if we saw the service disbanded, we'd see that number unemployed and the union that they worked so hard for diminish. And to further complicate things, USPS owes all of their employees' retirement benefits under the Postal Accountability and Enhancement Act, or PAEA, of 2006.
The fundamental financial problem with the post office was created by Congress in 2006. And there was a law passed called the Postal Accountability Enhancement Act that forced the post office to pre-fund retiree health benefits 75 years into the future.
No other government entity is required to do this. And I think it's worth noting that between the years of 2007 and 2019, the Postal Service lost $62.4 billion, and it's estimated that 54.8 of that was due to PAEA. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see this PS down here. PS, did you know that you can send chickens in the mail? I thought that was pretty cool. So with all that being said, what do you think? Do you foresee there being a problem with vote by mail due to lack of funds with USPS? Do you think there should be an amendment made to the Postal Accountability and Enhancement Act to help save the post office? Let us know your thoughts. Write us a letter. Oh, and you can click the link in our bio to take action.